All right, John, real quick, church directory.
Carol Jean, church directory.
Carol, church directory.
Well,
Anything special?
We're real close. I will be calling everybody personally to verify that I got the correct information and the telephone number I've written down actually works. But I do need to know if there's anybody who does not want to be in the directory, please let me know so I can put a check on your name.
Jill wants to be in there twice.
We've got finally all the information we need. We've got everybody's names and addresses and who's a member and who's not a member. Who should be included is why we're worried about that is not. We do include some of the visitors and we include some of that. The Bradleys will be included, the Seguras will be included, and that kind of thing. But we don't want to leave any members out. That's why we were so insistent on getting that. We're getting ready to have it bound, and there's the man who knows about bounding.
Carol Jean and I went over to the place over there, where we go?
Office team.
And I tried to find a vehicle to package our thing in, and I looked at several things, but the bottom line is they will bind them for us for $4.72 each. That's way cheap. Way cheap. All we have to do is have the cardstock front and cardstock back, plus the individual sheets. My concern has been how easy is it going to be to update these things once the directory is put in place. Our directory has got a lot of, my directory at home has got more hand scratches in it than you shake a stick at. So I was interested, Carol Jean and I were talking about how can we put this thing together such that we can update it more routinely. Now the way they're binding them, they'll snap it right off, put new pieces of paper in there, and snap them back in again. The other recommendation, I think, is we, as a church, purchase, you said 30, some number, and ask the congregation if they would give us $4.75 or whatever it is to buy it back. We buy our own. That way it won't cost the church much at all. We're moving forward, and I think that lady's going to have things pretty well done in a couple weeks.
There was one other option that I don't know if you're interested in it or not, and that was how much is a binder?
I can get a binding machine and do it ourselves for $109, plus $30 for the reeds.
Yeah, so that's up to you all if you want that option. I think I like the idea of having them do it.
We can use that binder for Sunday school materials and other things like that, if you wanted to.
But that's your decision, John.
You do?
Jan has a question.
Jan?
To buy our own, it's cheaper than any magazine we can buy.
I believe so.
And worth it for us to have.
Yeah.
Than a magazine.
Six-pack of Diet Pepsi will buy 2 of those.
Diet Pepsi. Mrs. Keyser has a question.
Also, Rod Bauer might be able to get us a better price because he's done it before.
If they can, yeah, if they can beat the $4. My problem, excuse me, my issue is update them. You know, so that we have it put together in some way. I can take a few sheets out and put a few sheets in, and we have an updated directory every 6 months or so.
It would make sense to me that since the clerk keeps a listing of who the active members are when they're voted inactive, when the members come in, that the clerk could keep that file going, that every year the clerk maintains the directory, adds that in there, puts it out, we have a binding machine.
I'll give you my thumb drive. I'll give you my thumb drive right now. Have it, it's yours.
I just think that is a logical place for that duty to fall, is with the clerk.
Yeah, good idea. Jerry.
Yes, I'd like to suggest that somehow the people that want to be on the email list, if you could also add that, not just telephone number, but also email.
You're putting our emails on.
Yeah,
I'm putting your emails on.
we're hoping to put everything you want to be able to be contacted with, put it in there. You can have my phone for text and email, and that's like, I'm set. That's
She is going to call everybody and talk to us.
Yeah, because I have to verify your address and make sure, because a lot of people have moved, and we try to keep track of it, but let's face it, we can't keep track of everybody, so I'm going to call you and say, is this really your address?
Any other discussion on that? No? All right, thank you very much, Stevens. Anything else before we go get some ice cream? Hopefully it's not frozen. I mean, melted. Hopefully it's still frozen.
Are we in general discussion now?
Yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about. What's up?
I'd like to ask about membership.
Okay.
We'd like to increase our membership, and I understand that there have been some memberships submitted. What is the status of those?
The last 3 memberships that were submitted have been voted in. No other memberships have been submitted. We have talked to a couple others about talking about membership. The last time that we had mentioned meeting with them, we wanted both parties here, and one was here, one wasn't. So we're gonna we actually talked about that this evening. Joe's going to give them a call this week, and we're going to talk about talking to them next week.
What is necessary for membership? What is, we have someone that wants to join. What does she have to do?
The Constitution, and I believe scripturally, profession of faith in Christ, baptism, and willing to adhere to the Constitution and the church covenant. That, from what I understand from the Constitution and from conviction, I believe that's pretty much it. Yeah, complete the paperwork.
Just so you know, the adult Sunday school class, in 3 weeks, I'm going to start a class on nothing but our Constitution. I'm going to teach our Constitution to the adults, if anybody's interested.
But we're changing it all.
Yeah.
Let's hope we're not changing what I'm going to teach. No.
Yes, Carol.
Another issue that I'd like to talk about was doing some sort of advertising for the church, for us, some sort of invitation to the general public, hey, come attend services here. And basically it was my idea, at least, is a simple, you're invited to visit Westwood Baptist Church with list of hours and a couple of contacts number. Any way we can get that out to the neighborhood, because it was so successful for BBS, let's fill our pews.
Here's my suggestion. Me, Joe, and Jerry are not very, how should I say, artistically inclined. So, if you want to put together a tract, a door hanger, a flyer, a banner, do it, and then submit it to us, and we'll get it done. We're just not very artistically inclined. We have some, and I think those yellow ones are great, but and let's face it, they're not very good. So, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. So if you put something together and submit it so we can get it printed and put it out, do it. I'm a big believer in you guys doing all the work and us saying, okay, it's great, let's do it.
I'll take it for my evening walk every night.
Excellent, that's perfect. Yes, Bill.
Don't we think we have to consider Sam Farrell's thoughts on that too, because he is being brought here to really stir us up, to give us new ideas, things that let's present it to Sam Farrell, see what his thoughts are, if nobody objects, and see what his thoughts are. He's done that, I know.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with, when someone putting something together and then sending an email to Sam and say, hey, this is what we got, what do you think?
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Already did it.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Already did it, Bill. He's in favor.
What did he say?
He said, I'm glad your door-to-door flyers had a good impact on VBS attendance this year. I'm all for getting the word out to church events via door-to-door flyers.
Good, yeah.
All right.
Excellent. Yes, Ms. Keiser, Mrs. Keiser.
But he may, when he talked before, he was thinking of having some activity here, like, a social or ice cream or something, and maybe we might want to wait until he gets that idea of what we might want to invite these people to.
Well, right now we're inviting them to attend our church service.
that's
If we
right.
had an
Right.
This is I think what she's thinking about is a general church door hanger, a general church tract saying, hey, welcome to Westwood. Come to Westwood.
Here's the time of our service.
Yeah, nothing, you know, for
Nothing
specific-
elaborate.
just something to get our name out there. Yes, ma'am.
We used to have a postcard that we mailed out. Do we by any chance have copies of those anywhere that we can get some ideas from it?
Yeah, there are some in the third office in the brown cabinet, the third office.
I think keeping it simple and straightforward is going to be the best. Spell.
All right, any other general discussion?
Spell check it.
Well, just to answer Susan, there's no reason we can't do it again next, 3 months from now.
Yeah.
We have to have social.
Yeah,
We can't get our emails from that.
yeah,
It's just more exercise for me.
there you go. Yes, ma'am.
That, and if they hear from us twice, they're gonna start coming to get us off their backs.
Keep in mind, if you order something that we used, it took 2,500 flyers from the general vicinity around us. 2,500 is the number that pretty much covers our neighborhood.
And that-
Got 6 kids.
Got 6 kids. That's right.
How much does that cost?
We are not, I'll tell you what, we are not going to build a church with door hangers. We're not. It's just getting our name out there. The way that this church is going to be built is by you talking to your family, talking to your friends, inviting kids, inviting brothers and sisters and grandmas and cousins, and that's how the church is going to be built up. It's all going to be how motivated we are to invite people to come see Christ here at Westwood. So that's how the church is going to be built. This is just getting our name out there. And there's nothing, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Opportunity of a lifetime to get that.
There you go.
Be with the Lord.
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
I would say the couple that came today, they've been through several big churches and a couple small churches, and they said by far we are the friendliest church they've ever been.
The what?
They said we were the most welcoming and most friendly church they've ever been, and they even wrote you guys a note on that.
Yeah.
They were just overwhelmed by how generous everybody was with their, coming over and saying hi and introducing themselves. So we have a lot of positives going for us.
Missy said the same thing as Lina.
Yeah.
Missy's been something that, she had been through mega churches, she said, and she would go missing for days and nobody would call her. Where she's consistently come because people remember her, so.
All right. Anything else?
Let's see.
Let's eat. That's what I'm saying, Russ. Could I get a motion from the floor to close this business meeting?